What is going on, everybody? This is your boy Sean, aka Stay Puff 1983, and I am back for another episode of Chatting with the Comic Community. And today's special guest, first time on my show, I have Comics with Bueller. What is going on?
What's up, man? I appreciate you having me on here. It's been a long time coming. And, I'll be honest, I've been a fan of yours from the very beginning. And I think I told you one time, because your Instagram game is on point. It's way better than mine by far. And then I saw you make your very first video. And I said to you, dude, you got to make more videos. You pop on camera. And you were just sitting in your car, if I remember correctly. And look at you, man. You got your own show every weekend. There you go, man. Awesome.
It's funny, man. I remember people like Miss Hustle and Dark Avenger 86 and stuff. They were pushing for me to do videos, and I was nervous about it because you know how doing YouTube videos, you're putting yourself out there and people view you, people criticize you and stuff like that. But I went into it. I'm like, I'm just going to do it, and I pulled the video, posted it. And everybody's like, this was awesome. This was great. And you were saying, I remember your comment saying, I'm a natural. And
you are, man. You are. Right off the bat. I thought, I was like, dude, I said, you spoke well. You captured the camera, dude. And I was like, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what else he can do. Because the very first one, what am I right? You were in the car, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday. And now, how long ago was that? Like a year and a half ago or something?
2 years. This year was 2 years on YouTube. It was September 26th.
There you go. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those things where it took me a while to really build my channel, because even after that video, I only did like a few other videos, and then I was inconsistent and stuff. But then once I met with Hialeah and Jeff them at Tampa Bay Comic-Con, and then they wanted me on the Silver Age Sunday show, and that was my first live appearance.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is fun, just getting together with the community and just having fun talking, just like when I was watching in the chats on all those videos. So I was like, this is something for me, and
That's
just
awesome,
get this show together and have people come on and talk about a variety of topics, not just comic books. It's the best thing how to just get the community together and just have fun.
Absolutely. Like I said, your Instagram game is on point. It's been like one of my favorite Instagrams to follow from the very beginning, because really I don't know much about Instagram, and just looking at yours reminds me how little I know about Instagram and how it works. So I want to say thank you for that, my friend.
And this YouTube page for me is like a continuation of my Instagram, because we talk comics on the show, but we talk a whole bunch of other things that we all have interest in, whether it's music, movies, sports, and anything. We all have something relatable, and we just want to talk about it. So that's what inspired me to do this, is just by how I use Instagram is how I do this.
Nice. That's good, man. And obviously you're enjoying it, so that's even better. Yeah,
man. So let me shout out the chat. Funk Comics 814 was the first one in here. What is up, Funk? We got my partner on our Friday show when we talk movies, Varangian Vigilante. What is going on? And he says, that's not Bueller. That's a scroll.
Probably right.
Kachun, who was on here 2 weeks ago. What is going on? Yes, Celebrity Day on Channel Puff. My brother, Comic Book G-Spot, Robert Galvin. Amazing person. I don't know if you saw the video that I did on the Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion where he A-OK'd the whole crew. That was awesome.
Robert's a pretty generous guy, man. He's sent me some wonderful surprises over the years. And when I say surprises, it's more than just books that he sent my way.
Yeah, man. He surprised me a couple of times, man. He's just an amazing person. It's great to have him in the community. And I found out through you about him, when he was in the chats on your channel and stuff, and then he saw his video. So, he's another person I found out through you. And
yeah, he was on my channel. We did a variant show one time when it was myself, him, I think Steve was on there too, and I think Thorough was on there, if I'm not mistaken. And we just talked about variants. That was a while ago, back when I used to do live streams. No, I don't do very many anymore.
Hey man, if you do one live stream a week, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing like one every couple of
Because
weeks.
you used to do the Friday show too. If I'm not mistaken, you used to do a Friday live stream.
Yeah, I used to do a Friday every night, or every Friday at 5:30 I did that for like a year. And then honestly, there was a lot of people in the chat, and it was a little overwhelming to keep track of what's going on and having guests on and stuff. So I kind of pulled back from doing it and kind of focus on just the edited videos. But I'm thinking about doing a Friday morning coffee thing on every other Friday at like 5 a.m. Kind of to close out the week, but every other Friday, not every Friday.
Cool. Tunes that enjoyed Bueller's live coffee video last week.
Yeah, I went live last week just because I was awake, and we didn't film anything because we kind of took a week off. And I was like, I might as well just do it. And it wasn't really, there was no topic. It was just based on comics and the comics from the previous week and stuff. And I figure, that's something I could, like I said, that's something I could do every couple weeks and just talk about the current 2 weeks of comics that I read and enjoyed and do it on a Friday to close out the week. Because apparently that 5 a.m. time slot is a pretty good slot. I'm the only one to figure it out, but it works pretty well.
But think about it, you start at 5, so that's like what? That's 8 o'clock our time.
Exactly.
So, I'm just getting home from work at that time, so I'll be able to catch some of it.
I've had like 190 people in the chat at 5 o'clock in the morning on a premiere. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. He says saying hi to the chat. Hey, sometimes when you got, like you said, when you're overwhelmed by the chat, it's hard to keep up with it, man.
Oh yeah, on Monday I was just sitting there. It took me forever just to say hello to everyone. It's just like,
I remember when me and Sharon did our birthday live stream together, and I was like, man, there's so many people in the chat. I didn't think it would be that many people because I know I was going up against Rod's Lame or Frame, and I was there's a lot of people in our chat.
I think I'm supposed to do that show this week, I haven't let them know, but I don't know if I can make it depending on the time because I guess it's both my niece's birthday party is on Tuesday for them. So depending on what time they're doing, I'm gonna try to be on that show. But if I can't make it, I don't know.
One day you'll make it. Man.
They wanted me on this week, and it was like Tuesday night. I was like, well, I'm probably going to be watching the election on Tuesday night. It's probably not good timing because I'm really wanting to watch, everything that's kind of going down. So I kind of pulled out of that one, but I don't know if I can do it 2 weeks in a row. So I'm probably going to be on this week.
Cool, man. So y'all here. Lame or Frame, comments for Bueller.
There you go. I don't know if they announced anything yet, so maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. Whatever, I don't care.
When it happens, it'll happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was unsure whether he was going to be on today. Because yesterday I was, debating on if I was going to go live or not for this show today. And when you hit me up saying, "Is there a spot still open for you?" For me, I was like, "It's always open, man. You can always open the show, man."
Yeah, Bob texted me late last night. He's like, "Hey, can I don't know if I can make it in the morning on Saturday because he's got something going on." He goes, "Can we do it on Sunday?" I'm like, I guess I don't like filming that video on Sunday because it takes me all day to edit it and process it and stuff. So like he's coming over tomorrow morning, like at 9 o'clock in the morning to film it. It'll take us a couple hours to film it. Then I'll be up all day editing and putting it together because it takes like 4 hours just to upload it. And because it's such a long video. And so it's like, I'll be up all day and all night, just getting that thing done. So I usually like to have an extra day to do it, but he's putting me under the gun on this one, so it should be interesting. Might be a short coffee video for Monday.
But hey, he opened up the floodgates for you to appear on this show.
There you go. Exactly. I was like, oh, cool. When I saw that, I was like, oh, cool. The first thing that came to my mind was you. I was like, oh, because like I said before, when you contact me normally we film it at 11 o'clock on Saturday. That's kind of been our set time, which is 2 o'clock your time when you go live. And so it just kind of didn't work out. Normally it takes us about an hour and a half to 2 hours to film it, depending on what we talk about and stuff. So worked out good, man. I'm glad I'm here.
Awesome, man. And I know another thing that you announced 2 weeks ago was that Comics with Bueller will be coming to Florida in December.
That's right. I'm very excited, and obviously we're all of us were supposed to go down there. You're already there. I mean, so you know what it's like there, right? But a lot of people were going to go to MegaCon. I mean, just droves of people were planning on going to MegaCon this year. Obviously, MegaCon didn't happen. Everything got shut down. Stuff is still somewhat shut down, to be totally honest. But my sponsor of the show, Comic Pro Line, hit me up last month and said, "Hey, we're doing a thing at this Comic-Con there called it's Infinity Toy and Comic-Con, correct? That's what it's called?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, we'd really like you to come down." I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, and they're like, "Oh, we'll pay for it." And I go, "Okay." So soon as they said they paid for it, I was like, "Sure, I'll be there." And so that's the plan, man. It's I get in there on December 10th, and I'm in town through the 17th, and I'll be at that Comic-Con. It's only a one-day Comic-Con Saturday. It's the 12th. But I'm just hanging around Florida, wanting to spend time with you guys and everyone there or whoever, and Florida is a lot nicer during the winter month than Oregon. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, I'm hoping. Right now it's about a 50-50 shot whether it happens. Let's be honest. They might cancel. I don't know what a month from now brings, as far as, what the pandemic or whatever it is, things might get shut down. You never know. But as of today, the plane is booked and everything's on go. So I'm planning on it. I'm looking forward to it. So it's going to be awesome. Stay with my buddy, Steve Whiting. Where is he, by the way? He's supposed to be here. Get on here, Steve.
I haven't gotten a response from him yet.
Yeah, he's probably watching some college football. Give me a break, man. There's college football every week.
But we are joined by Big Will, who has
there we go.
I have arrived.
What's going on, Will?
What's up, Big Will? How you doing, man?
Hey, dude, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Appreciate you coming on here with us. Hey, here, trivia. Whose channel did my dad make his very first appearance on? Anybody know the answer?
Is it Will's channel?
It was Big Will's channel. My dad made it. He was fishing in the background, and I was on Big Will, and I was down at our lake house and stuff. And then my dad came up to the camera. I don't know if I think he caught a fish or something.
Yeah, you were like, "Hey, he caught a fish." I was like, "What kind?" You asked him what kind. He just walked over and showed the camera.
Yeah,
he's proud too.
The first and only appearance of my father on YouTube.
Hey, get that episode slabbed and graded.
There you go, man.
Hey, Bueller, he's like, you was going to Florida without me.
Absolutely. I didn't want to go with him in the first place. If you guys remember, I was afraid he was going to open the door. He's never flown before. He's paranoid. He's scared of heights. And I'm pretty sure he would be the guy that freaks out on the plane that we'd have to touch down in Texas or something and have to reroute. So I'm pretty excited I'll actually be able to make it without someone, yanking on the door, just going crazy.
Come on, Sam. You got to jump on the plane with no fear.
I think he said he was going to take a bus or something or start walking or something.
Hey, I ain't flying.
No flying for Big Will neither.
No. So I will have to visit all of y'all only if you're in driving distance. So probably never see you, Bueller. Sorry.
Oh, man. Never say never, right?
Yep, never say never.
There you go.
Yep. So
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm like 15 minutes late. What you guys been talking about?
Well, you talked about his, Bueller coming to Florida and YouTube presence and videos and stuff like that. Talk about, how I started YouTube and how much praise he heaped on me with that, making me blush and all that. But
that was my goal.
Yeah, we just been shooting it.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to December. If things go right, I'm definitely, because like I said, I wasn't going to that con until you mentioned that you'll be there, and I'm like, I'm there. Because I got to meet Bueller. I got to hook up with the rest of the crew because I know Hialeah will probably be there, and Steve and all of them, they gonna come. So, it's a little big moment to close out the year if everything goes to plan.
Yeah, I guess the con it's not a very big con. It's like I think tickets are like $10 or $15. That's for the day or something like that. And I guess they got a lot of they do a lot of charity stuff there as well for it. I mean, everything's going to be different this year, because of I don't know how many people can be in the room or whatever it is, whatever the restrictions are. But I'm just excited to be able to go to leave, because I feel like we've been kind of locked up here, in our own homes the whole year for the most part, and there was a bunch of Comic-Cons I wanted to go to this year, and there was ones I had gigs at to where I was going to be hosting panels and stuff like that, and none of that happened. And so I missed out on meeting a lot of really cool creators and spending time with them and stuff, and a lot of great people. And so when this opportunity posed itself, I was like, sure, man, sign me up. I'm okay. So I'm ready to go, man.
So who's the creator you were most wanting to actually get to meet and talk to?
It almost feels like here's the thing. I was going to be a host at the Washington State Summer Con. Like I did the same thing last year for them, and their lineup of creators was just enormous. And I pretty much had my pick at whoever I wanted to do their panel for them and stuff. Like Eastman, the turtle guy, he was there, or he was going to be there, but there was, I'm blanking on the names, but I mean, there was literally, it was a AAA lineup and just creators, and anyone I wanted to, because I have first pick at being the host, the Comic-Con, the con creator guy, his name is Steve. And he said, yeah, whoever you want, just let me know and we'll set that up and you can host it and stuff like that. So I was going to try to do as many as I could, to be honest, but didn't happen, man. So maybe next year, right? They extended next year. They're supposed to do it next year. They extended the con like an extra day, and they're going to try to have even a bigger lineup. So,
well, man, I think people are going to be so excited next year.
Oh yeah.
When things probably around May, June, things start getting back to normal and cons happen again, that they're going to be flooded with people. They're going to be huge. I think it's just going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. So it feels like it's a lifetime ago, to be honest, So
the last con I went to this year was a small one in January, Orlando Comic-Con. And that was it was in the hotel, but yeah, man, it was crowded. I'm talking about you could barely walk through the sides with people walking around and stuff. So
I know July.
Will, he went to a con during the pandemic and he said it was all spread out, mask on and stuff like that. I know he had
over July.
Yeah, the only thing I went to this year was the Comic Pro event in Portland, which is it's not really a Comic-Con, but it's the retailer summit type thing for comic shops and vendors and everything. So,
hey man, how's it going?
Hey,
how you doing, everybody? Man,
look at that guy, the first guy right there.
And I can never be the second now. So now that I was the first, I will always get to hold that moniker of being the first ever to purchase the first exclusive cover. And how long have you been doing the Bueller box? I think I've been in on that from the beginning too, haven't
I? I don't know. I think the Bueller box started. Well, I think it'll be about 2 years ago. This about right about this time. I think I started selling them around November 2 years ago.
Do you know who your first Bueller box shipment went to?
No.
No.
No. I don't have a clue, man. There was a lot. There was those things. I kid you not, man. I made I think I sold about 200 boxes in about 48 hours.
You sold so many that they knocked it off. Someone was
there was multiple knockoffs. There was like 7 different ones going at the same time.
Multiple knockoff Bueller boxes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you were one of the first people in the YouTube comic community to actually put together some sort of box.
Yeah, well, Tom had his subscription mail call box, and he
but it wasn't as good as it is now, though.
Yeah, and then so I was the first one to do a like mystery box standalone. You can buy it whenever you want. And so I was like, I didn't want to do a subscription box like Tom. I just wanted to do something different and stuff. And so I talked to Tom a little bit about doing it and stuff. And he always told me to make the price higher. And I was like, no, I'm like, it's going to be really cheap. He's like, why is it so cheap? I go, because I'm a cheap guy. It's going to be cheap. And so he's like, oh, okay, whatever. And then so I did it, and it just kind of took off. And then I ran out of books. I
ran out of books.
It just I literally ran out. It's like I saw all the books I had and all the stuff I was probably going to buy. And it's like, okay, this is probably going to last me about a year before I really have to, replenish. And it lasted like 6 months instead. And I was like, oh crap, everything's gone. And then I tried to buy more books, and they go out as soon as they come in. It's like I buy them on a Friday, and they go out on a Sunday.
Yeah,
and it was like
drop boxes every once in a while, don't you?
Well, last month I dropped 2, and the month before that I dropped 5. So it's like I don't even say nothing. I'll just, if I get a pack, I just put it on eBay, and whoever, because I have a bunch of people that follow me and stuff, and they just get an alert.
Yeah, I'm gonna alert that one of the vendors that I've saved has posted something.
Yeah, so it says I don't.
That's a question. Why did you always decide to run it through eBay?
Because I didn't know any other way, to be honest. I mean,
Right.
simple as that. I just I'm not really technical advanced when it comes to stuff like that, and it was just the easiest way for me to figure out how to do a label, how to do all that. They do it all for you, so
Yeah.
It's just the easy way to do it. So,
well, you could just make sure everyone goes PayPal, goods and services, and you still get the label, you still get everything, but you don't have eBay's 10%.
Yeah, well, that's actually what I'm doing right now for my exclusive cover. It's through PayPal. I tell people not to use goods and services. I told them to use the
no, he said not to use friends and family.
Yeah, that's right. Not to use friends and family. Use goods and services.
Want them to use goods and services.
Yeah, that's right. Because I need it for my tax purposes and stuff like that.
Want full traceability over it, and
So I figured
the couple of big books that I've purchased on Instagram, the big ones, I've said I'm going to pay goods and services, and I'll pay the extra. Straight up.
It's not that much. It's like $1,
much, but
so
yeah. I got to where I have people, if they do eBay, I say goods and services, and if they want to give me extra, okay, but I'm also okay just eating 3%.
Yeah.
All right, JB, let me show you this. Yeah. This is the final. I got this today.
That turned out awesome.
They sent it to me today. This is the final one, and with the logo and everything, or with the title and stuff on there. And then the back, look how big my logo is.
It's on there though.
It's on there, but it's like the size of a marble.
Nice. Wow.
I'll take it.
Take it. So talk about how that this is you're gonna be able to check mark this as a success, and you're gonna continue to do this going forward in 2021, maybe.
Yeah, this one.
Your regular thing.
Yeah, I only bought 100 copies of this book.
Yeah.
So it's really limited. I still have some. I have some left over. I kind of pasted out so that I wouldn't get flooded. So I was like, the initial said, "Hey, I got 40. Hey, I got 20."
Yeah.
And I didn't, and I just put it at that. So Monday, all the rest are for sale. All 40. The rest of them are good to go. So and those 60 are already sold. Those are already gone. And so Monday, 2 days on the coffee video, I'll say, "Hey, here it is. It's good to go," and it's just like you can just directly through PayPal. If I was doing a bigger volume, like 300 or 400, I would have had to set up like a website or something like that. I already got people doing that for me.
Mm-hmm.
But in the future, this one, the goal for this one, because I partnered with a comic shop to do this, and we kind of split the cost. My goal for this one is to make enough money to fund my next one.
Without the comic shop.
Yeah. But I'm not going to do it like all the time. So the next one won't be until like March.
Okay.
So like 3 or 4 months.
Maybe 2 next year, maybe 3?
Probably 3.
3?
I mean,
nice, man.
I think I have some really I really want Something That's Killing the Children.
I was about to ask, would you ever do an Image, Marvel, or DC one at some point?
Probably not a Marvel or DC because
It's too many, right? Don't you have to do too many?
yeah, you got to get like
units?
1,500 to 2,000 copies.
Where in the independents, you could do 100 to 500 or
yeah. The independents will usually it's around 300. 300 is like the thing. Sometimes they make an exception, but like if I can do a boom, which they've already reached out to me. If I could do something that's killing the children, this is the one I want to do. I want to do an homage to Wolverine #1, the black cover.
With standing on the pile of bodies.
Yeah, and have that be the Erica Slaughter, and the pile of bodies is all the aliens or all the monsters that she's killed.
Nice.
I think that looks awesome. So
I like it.
I'd like to get that done. And I have an artist who I'm a fan of hers, Clara. She did this one for me, and she
great on that.
Yeah, she did the unofficial one for me as well.
Ooh.
And so I'm gonna see if she can do the other one. So I'm looking forward to. I mean, if it happens, you never know. But it's kind of cool, man. I don't know.
It is really cool. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You're into comics. You got your logo on the back of a comic book that's been published. That's
this isn't even real. I just printed these out because they sent me these today. So they sent me the final.
Hey, Bueller, though. Even if the logo is small to you, it's still worth having. It's still awesome that your logo is on the comic book.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it, man. I didn't know what it would look like. But they sent me an email today with the final cover, and so I printed it out, just to put it in there and the back to show my logo. And I was telling Stay Puft they also sent my invoice as well. And I was like, when I clicked on that, I was like, "What is this?" Oh crap!
Nice. Cantonese Comic Kid. I like that new logo. What do you guys think of Jeff's new logo?
It's awesome.
I think it's good.
Clean. Very nice.
And here he is.
There he is.
Stone Cold Steve. Can you hear us?
One and only.
Hello.
There he goes.
What's up, Steve?
Uh-oh. Bad connection.
Oh,
no.
Man. Bye, Steve.
I did want to thank you. This is a good opportunity. Thank you for helping me focus some of that time onto videos that actually have a shelf life of more than 24 hours.
I've been telling you that for years.
Tremendous help to the channel when you actually have content that people are continually watching over and over again.
Yeah.
And those videos actually gain you a lot of subs. I'm to find out.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to hear it.
I really appreciate
I've been telling you for a long time you got to make stuff over the day. It only took me a couple years to actually start listening.
The one that I just finished this morning, I'm really excited about. I've never seen anything like it, so hopefully it's got some lasting power there. And it is a comic book and Funko Pop. I'm putting them right next to each other. That first appearance, 80th anniversary thing. Every single one in the line.
Oh, nice!
It's going to turn out nice.
Very cool, man. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So Bueller, I since, if you don't mind, since you're here, I'm wanting to know what made you put your Albatross Timeless variants in the order that you have them, because sometime today I'm going to be getting in a shipment of some stuff that I can put all of them on. I did the same thing you did. I got all 32 and I want to put them on the wall, but I'm kind of curious as to what made you put them in what order you have them in.
There's no order. It's all, I just put them on the wall.
Well, I noticed you have the FF.
You left it open. You could have come up with all kind of craziness, and he would have bought it and went with it and tried to replicate it.
I went by height. But
yeah,
from top to
what
bottom,
about the height of the characters? That's the shortest character to the tallest character.
Well, I noticed you had the FF together.
Yeah, that was just there because they all came out the same day. Really, I think they're just like that because when I bought them, I just kind of put them all in a pile. And depending on the week they came out, so all the Fantastic Four covers came out the same day, so they were just sitting next to each other, when I put them on the wall.
Well,
so,
I don't know if I'm even going to bother with an order for everything, but I do know because the FF or the first family of Marvel, I'm going to have them be the four corners of the display. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I love the covers, man. I was pretty happy to get the whole set, and I'm hoping that there's 3 more. I'm hoping that he's not done. I'm open. Like in the mural, there's 3 other characters that he didn't do, which is the Punisher, Hawkeye, and Vision.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping down the line he does those or puts those out some way, and we can add 3 more to the set of 32. So
did you got all the portrait covers like that are behind you? Did you count in the 32 the ones that have multiple characters on them?
I think there was only one that was like a secret variant that came out like in the very beginning. They had more than one character on it. If I'm not, I could be wrong. And then they have the sketch variants, which are which are like the 1 in 100. And I actually don't think those are that great. You know, as far as I think the painted versions are a lot better than just.
They're not great because the sketch variants are all sketches from off the mural. You can tell. I mean, it's not like a sketch of just the portrait, except a few of them. So yeah, I agree with you. They're not quite as good.
Yeah, the painted ones are a lot better. So, and I wouldn't pay more than cover price for.
Well, yeah, that too.
If they had 1 in 100s at cover price, I'd buy them, but they're more, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Steve, what's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got a connection finally.
There we go.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Bueller?
The Ohio State, huh?
Yeah. 90 of them hate like Miami, so I wear this because they said they got cheated out of the national championship. So this makes them mad.
Oh, that's good.
So I had to get this one out for them. I've been wearing that lately.
Yeah, Steve, we was talking about you earlier. You know, with Bueller coming to Florida and stuff like that. So
yeah, I was with Jeff. We went and got our books that we got pressed and cleaned, and a new thing now is he wants us to label all of them what they are because he says he has to look them up, and we've been sending him a lot of books. So I got to go over all these books and put on there what they are, what volume they are, what if they're a variant or whatever. I got to do all that crap.
Man,
Sounds like work, man.
I know, man. He's making me work. What's
Sounds
that?
like work.
What's up with that, man? I'm trying to get him to do all that. Most of them are easy. Mine are.
What do you guys got planned for today? I'm going to be doing a show on The Mandalorian. I'm digging The Mandalorian. You guys watching that?
Yeah, I watched it last night.
Yeah. I will say episode 2 was not as good as episode 1 in my opinion. Not as good as episode 1 in my opinion. Well, there was still a few spoilers. There was not spoilers. There's still a few Easter eggs that, that were pretty cool. That spider thing was straight from the McQuarrie, early drawings from those early 70s drawings. So that was kind of cool. See that they kind of incorporated that creature into it. Spoiler.
It wasn't as good as the first episode.
Yeah.
The first episode was real good, man, with that armor and stuff.
The Marshal. Yeah, there's a lot of different Easter eggs in that one. That was a good one.
Yeah. Who was
I
the
don't
guy
need
at
to
the
watch
very
it.
end? I don't know who that guy was at the very end.
It's this guy right here, man. It was Boba Fett. Come on.
That's what I was saying because that's his armor.
He survived the Sarlacc pit.
I don't get to
I like
watch
how
it.
this one started out though, JB. It came on it went right into it. It wasn't no messing around, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but it wasn't as good.
I liked it how in the second episode, the lady was telling him what where he had to go and stuff, and then she he punched him out like, what? I just want to go find the Mandalorian, and then you add all this extra stuff. You can tell he's getting upset.
Hey, and then she talked to that damn frog or lizard thing.
And how many times did you say internally, bad baby, no?
He's like, where is he? I said, I know where he's at. He's in the honey hole.
Oh yeah, sorry, Kachun, man.
Hey, I don't know if I showed you. I got these back from pressing and cleaning, the ones I got from Varangian.
Ooh.
That Batman Beyond German version.
The German version.
I got that back. I got the German version of that one.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow, that's cool,
That
man.
thing is cool as hell, man. It's
That's really cool.
That's
seriously good
cool,
shape.
man.
Now wait a minute. What year is that from the German version?
I don't know what year it is either, man. It's in
Like
German.
how long is it from the original?
Yeah, is that like an original '60s print, or
It's
you
the
know?
same cover, but it's like this is number 13 and it's 15 in German.
Okay,
So it's.
but I
not-
wonder when when it was published. Is that something from the '60s or the
It
'70s
looks like it,
or the
man. I'm
'80s?
not sure, man. I might can bust
Mhm.
it out and see.
You ought to be able to at least read the year if everything else is in German.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah, man. I can't. I might have to open up the inside to look at that. And got just some regular other books back that I'm gonna send off.
That he can quickly check. So he'll,
Oh, sweet.
I'm sending this one off, Big Will. I'm gonna send this Strange Academy off.
Are you?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
This variant.
Yeah.
That's 2050.
Too many characters, and it's so set
you
up
actually
for
read
Disney
it?
Plus for it not to be.
The Strange Academy? No, I just got this back today. And I've been
You
out of town. I
you
just got
still
back out
haven't
of
read it.
town.
I've read it, and I like it. I just don't like Ramos's
I'm gonna
art.
send this one away. The fourth print of that one, the pink one.
What is that? Too
That's
fast, too fast.
the Venom. You know, it's got the 4 different color covers.
Huh.
That's it. I think it's the Joe Quesada. I think you say his name. He's the artist. It's got a white one, a red one, an orange one, and this pink one. I've got all of them but the damn orange one. I ain't got the orange one yet. And then I got this for a decent price, and it came out real good. It's great.
Wow, that looks great.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it has.
You're not even Mylar'd up yet. These are just
Yeah.
straight bags, right?
Yeah, this is
great.
This one's not Mylar'd up. None of these actually are. They were Mylar'd when they went over there, but they didn't come back that way.
Oh, it was the surcharge cost you the Mylar.
Yeah. Oh,
Little extra surcharge.
Lenny decided he might need it. Oh, and I picked up this today, man.
Oh, nice.
You know, I had to
That's
get that.
That
That was the only real book I picked up today.
That is cool.
Well, I just got
What did I
through.
read this week? Man, I read a lot
Tacoma
of stuff.
Comics is trying to complete his Spawn run newsstand, all newsstand.
Well, good
I
luck.
went to the shop today and picked up 13 of the ones he was missing. He sent me his list.
Wow. That's awesome.
Man, some of
But
those
I
are
also,
expensive,
you
man,
know,
aren't
I'm
they,
on-
Bueller?
I'm going to go to a shop. I'm going to have to get something for myself, you know. So I just bought one book for me.
Oh, I love that. I got that one. I love that cover.
Very cool. I read a bunch of stuff this week. This one was from last week, but I finally got around to reading it. This Giga. Did you guys read this?
Yeah, I read it.
I'm confused.
I didn't
I'm
like it.
confused. I don't know if I'm going to continue to go forward. I mean, I like the concept that these were once, big, huge robots that fought for something, and then all of a sudden just shut down, and then people started living in them. But I like
the cover.
What about crossover? I dug it.
Yeah, I read
I
it.
thought it was cool.
Is that Kate?
Yeah.
This is the Kate's book, where basically Colorado is encased in a. Can I spoil this? Colorado is encased in a bubble where all of the known characters, and he never says them outright, but he describes basically each one of them are in there causing all kind of havoc. Batman.
He does say Superman.
Does he? Oh, yes, he does at the beginning. He does say Superman because he makes a point, who's what more important? What was the question? Batman 102. I'm digging.
Nice cover.
I think Tinian's been on great ever since he took over this run. And there was a little lull, the build up to the Joker thing. But
Did you read that one?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I read that.
Nice shirt, JB. I love that shirt,
reminds me
man.
of Storm Shadow a little bit.
What'd you think of this twisted tale? This was twisted, man.
I didn't like it that much.
To think that when Thor was here, the Doctor was over there, and then they forgot about him and left him there, and he went mad. That's kind of crazy. Star Wars. I'm down with Star Wars. I'm down with Vader. Them telling the story of what happens in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi is basically what's going on here. I think this has been fantastic. Here's another new #1 I read. I'm not sure yet. A lot going on in here. Origins.
I don't like that one.
You didn't like it? Yeah, a lot going on in there. Can't always be
You
good.
read everything.
We got to try it, right?
I
Check this
like
one out.
that.
This is the first time
They're
I've
like $100. I
ever
like that one. I like that.
first time I've ever read a Power Rangers book. I did this for Steve Burke Family 54 Comics #Forever Nasty, and I was completely freaking confused, man. I mean, I was just confused. Let's just call it that way. I don't watch the show. Maybe if I watched the show, it would make more sense. But he asked me. He said, "Well, do you think the comic is more adult than you thought?" And I pulled out these books and said, "Not compared to anything I just read here. No, it's not very adult. It's very kid." So I won't be going forward with that one either. So that'll probably be a giveaway. So.
Yeah, I thought about getting that Power Rangers, but I ain't even read the previous series, so I'm not gonna try and jump in. Because I think it's a continuation from that previous.
Well, it is #1, but it does pick up in the middle of a story arc. It feels like I'm picked up in the middle of a story arc because there's so many references to the Green Ranger, and then Steve tried to explain it to me, and that was like, all right.
The thing about that new Power Rangers, that Mighty Morphin, they have a variant that actually has a continuation number from the previous run. Just for people who like that numbering system to continue, I'm like, come on, man.
Hey, JB, did you see the California blend Mandalorian? She did the sketch cover.
No, I have not. I have not. Did she tag me? I haven't seen it.
No.
Yeah, I got that. Damn,
you bought it?
Damn, but why you gotta call me out? I might have been
I knew that was tailor-made for you.
Hey, when I saw that, I went right, grabbed my wallet, and I ran to the phone.
Bro, you lucky you got it because I was gonna get it for you.
I got that sucker. She probably, I put on there, well, that was awesome and all that, but I didn't let no one know I got it. I said, man, they're gonna figure it out probably.
Hey, I brought that Niobe that she did. I remember I saw you counting later, it's already gone. So I was like, yeah, you might want to snatch that up for somebody. So I was like, let me get it. But I also brought that Storm and Black Panther painting that she did. Because she had that last purchase I made, I had a 50% off coupon. So I was like, shit, let me go ahead and use it.
Heck yeah, man. That thing is nice, man. I saw that. I said, oh man, she did a good job on that one. It's on a book too. You know, I gave my other one to Remo. I sent it to Remo, the Batman.
Yeah, the Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, she does awesome work, man. Katrina said there's another Power Ranger book out next week.
Yeah, she's getting better and better too. She's getting more detailed and getting used to the book, the sketch covers.
Speaking of which, I have a package.
Whoa, look at that.
And this is from my fellow Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion brother, Matt Oldham. If there's a show tonight, I'll open it on that show, not here, because I want to be covered when I open it.
Hey, last time Sean had like 3,000 Conan books to show.
Yeah. You want to see craziness?
Oh,
you still got your boxes?
I know he's got them stacked to the roof.
One show a week, man. I'm only doing one show a week, so now I'm not opening anything. That's how tall it is.
So do we want him?
I see a huge stream in your future.
The stack is
that shirt.
So the stack is about 3 feet tall.
It's crazy, dude.
Hey, we gonna get Discovery the unboxed one like he did last time he was on the show.
Yeah.
I could. I gotta
pick it out.
You wanna pick one? Give me a number. I got. You know what? Let's see how many are in the pile. 1, 2.
Hey, while he's counting, because it'll probably take him a while, Bueller. Is this the hidden one you were talking about?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I think that came out before all the other ones did.
Yeah, I'm missing 2. I'm missing Angel and something else because there's 32 of them, right? So I'm missing Angel and I'm missing something else. Got to figure out what that is.
24 packages.
Woo.
At this rate, I got enough for the end of the year. I don't need to buy anything else.
Number 23.
Oh,
jackass, dude. Jackass.
I was gonna go with the top one.
Damn, I don't even know how to get that thing down. This whole thing's gonna go falling down on me. You're gonna see this avalanche of. I'm always afraid that TJ the Slab Dragon is gonna be, fall under a wall of slabs one day, and that's the way I feel right now. Trying to get number 23 out.
I'm at 3.
Is there a Bueller box in there at all? An old Bueller box?
There might be, man. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh man.
The Bueller box is like 5 inches tall. It's 5 inches by 8 inches by 12 inches. I know that by memory.
There's no way I'm getting 23 out. There's just no way.
That's the worst thing.
3. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll go number 3.
Man, we're gonna have to have this as a new segment, Sean. And
we gotta have a new segment.
Opening of the week. And
I gotta open up some. Do I even have anything cool? I don't have any cool gifts or anything loaded up. What's wrong with me? Oh yeah, there we go. What? No, I don't have anything cool. All right. Well, let's see what we got. Let's open up this thing. I got a package from Doomed Comics, which is an IG seller. Doomed Comics is in New York, Brooklyn. Clever. So, how do you guys feel about people charging regular and then shipping media? Well, when it's bulletproof, I feel better.
Yeah.
When they ship you media and it's crap, then I'm like, what the hell, bro? But at least, this guy basically made a Gemini mailer out of U.S. Postal Service materials.
Just out of curiosity, have any of you had something sent media and it got caught and you had to pay?
Yes. It's happened to me. And guess who sent it to me? Tacoma Comics.
Damn.
Back in the day. I don't think he does that anymore. So then in here.
I've sent a lot of boxes of media mail. I've never had to pay.
I haven't either, but whenever I do, I make sure the seller knows it's on them, not me, if they want me to send it cheaper.
Good Lord, that's packaging, right?
Does it have full tabs?
It does not have pull tabs. Oh, it's got pull tabs on the inside, though. That's better. But it's also got tape directly on the bags, and they don't like that, man. The bags, they don't like. All right, let's see what we bought. No idea what the hell we bought here. You guys collect a Marvel double feature? I do.
Apparently you do.
Apparently.
I think I do. So,
yeah, Marvel double feature,
oh,
man.
nice.
25 center. These are two different stories, and I think it's right at the staple, I believe. It goes from one story to the next. So it's not like these guys are both in the same story. They've got individual stories going on at the same time, and you get two stories in the same book.
About 1972, maybe 73.
Marvel.
Those are some good covers, though, for sure.
12. Marvel double feature 11.
Nice.
Marvel double feature 10. Come on, focus. And finally, the final book is Marvel double feature 7.
Nice.
That's the thank you. Help me out. Now I've only got 21. No, is it
23?
Got 23 left. 23 boxes left. I actually have 2 empty short boxes staged to fill with all of this.
I've got a staging area for my books that I unbox.
Yeah.
Hey, I agree though. We need JB to come on here every Saturday.
Every Saturday we'll open up one.
And JB's box today is lucky number 11.
Yeah.
Maybe he come prepared next Saturday and cut it in half so he don't have to go all the way to the bottom.
I definitely got to open. You know what's in here, and I want to do a show for it. I've mentioned it for like 2 straight weeks. I don't know how I feel about it, guys. I've got that $450 Chino Comics and More box, a mystery box.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
How much?
It was $450.
And
I'm
you
gonna
still haven't opened it?
Don't ask Russell Houdat how he felt about his, because he actually returned his.
Ooh.
$450. Wow.
He was so unhappy he done took it and returned it and got a refund.
You haven't opened
So, I haven't opened it yet, man.
it?
And I'm
Do
just
you have a
nervous.
certain amount of time before no refunds?
Oh, I'm not gonna ask the guys for a refund. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It's a mystery box, man. What are you gonna do?
It's a $450 mystery box.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on now.
man. You gotta. There's got to be something good in there, man.
Exactly. It's gonna be like a key slab or something.
I hope so.
You could buy 45 Bueller boxes with that much money.
Yeah, so that's in that pile.
Or
And then-
900 books out of the 50-cent bin.
I'm sure Big Will, you probably got a box over here, huh?
No, I don't think so. By the way, you never tell me how much I owe you, by the way.
I'm bad at that, man. I'm really not good at
Well, once you tell me, I'll be able to ship yours out. You only have one book.
Everyone says that, man. If you just tell me, I'll pay you. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I finally got a book in that I was waiting for Cookie, Sean. That Star Wars #2 book came in.
Thanks, Varangian. Like, you know, put together a $400. No, I don't want any more big mystery boxes.
Hey, I just sold $1,000, or not $1,000, 1,000 books to somebody.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was a pain to ship. I don't know if you know this, but 1,000 books is 187 pounds.
Wow.
How did you pack them?
I sent them in 4 long boxes and the rest in a box.
4 long with no bags and boards, just 4 long
No,
boxes.
bags and boards.
Bags and boards. Okay.
Lids taped up, and they were
Taped the hell
plastic
out of them.
boxes too, fancier stuff.
I've seen where someone will take a short box and they'll put a lid on either side of it and tape that sumbitch up, and I've seen that get shipped.
Yeah, no, it's a plastic long box, and they're all bagged and boarded, and I got them tight. So I just put the lid on it, taped it up really well, and sent them UPS ground. I wasn't about to try and send that through the postal service. Good Lord.
Look at Kachun dropping the knowledge.
Yeah.
Double features or reprints of Tales of Suspense stories. Very cool.
Yeah. So I don't know what you're going to do, man. You might want to do a special stream, see if anyone else bought something that they're nervous about. Come on with you.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
I don't know. The last time I did a special stream on a box opening, it was a crash and burn. So
Yeah,
No,
that
you
was good
might need
watching.
to schedule that with us. Huh?
that was brutal, man. And it was a party. We were having a party until the final package, and then it was like, bah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching. I didn't say nothing, but I was watching that live. I was like, oh, crap.
Hey,
It
it was great TV, man. Go for it.
was not great TV, dude. If I didn't have everybody on the panel, I would have immediately ended that. If I was by myself, it would have been.
Well, that's why you don't go by yourself. Have people with you.
Hey, Sean, he would have ended it like Jeff. Damn. This is over.
This is over.
Jeff ends our streams like this. All right, guys. Click.
But
He's
Let anyone
doing
talk
that while
and
we
say
were
bye.
having a conversation still.
Yeah.
He just ends the stream.
Yeah, man, we were talking and everything, and then we're like, man, damn, we've been off for like 5 minutes. We've been off. We were still talking like we were talking. I said, Jeff said, I thought we were ended.
What's up, Captain Con?
nice.
So on a lighter side, I found these books in this collection that I got, and they're hilarious. I have the G.I. Jackrabbits, a real
What the
American.
hell is that?
That's the G.I. Joe #1 book.
That's
And then
hilarious.
we have Clint, the hamster triumphant.
I got that one somewhere. I have that book.
And then we have the adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody-
Oh my.
And then-
Hold on,
and then
show
we
me that one
have-
again. Teenage Mutant
Naive
Ninja Turtle.
interdimensional commando koalas.
The commando
Go back to
koalas.
the other one with the Ninja Turtle one. What'd they call him? Black belt hamsters.
Black belt hamsters.
And their names are like Bruce, Chuck, Jackie. That is it.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up, guys? Not much. Not much.
Jeff, how you doing, man? I love your
Not
new logo, bro. Looks good.
Thank you.
Real good.
Yeah, had to change it. Yeah, that was already in the works. It's just it took a little bit to get it done.
How's it going, man? You got anything new?
Yeah, I picked up some stuff today.
Oh, there goes my connection again, man.
Yeah, mine was
Jeff,
doing
you got
that
any
earlier.
Vampirella? Jeff, you got any
Nah.
Vampirella?
Not today.
What?
What?
Yeah. Well, I got something close.
I don't know what to do with myself right now. What?
Yeah, not today. It's still in my pool box at the LCS. They found some early Perillo, so yeah, it's still in my LCS. Yes, I picked up this
What you got?
early
What is
Jim
that?
Valiant stuff.
There
Nice.
it goes.
hmm Second issue. Yep. So.
Very cool.
And I picked up. These things were still in my box, so I had to pick these things up.
We Live. I missed out on that.
That's
I
supposed
don't
to be
think I
pretty
got
good.
that.
Yeah, I had to pick it up because it was still in my box. I'm like, maybe I should pick this up. I picked.
Oh, that's a good series.
Yeah, the kaiju's and stuff like that. Yeah,
It's an easy read. It looks
Yeah,
like it's like 2 minutes
that's
to
all.
read,
Yeah,
but
that's the only reason I really picked it up again. And then, yeah, the Sudam cover, and the last one.
Oh,
Then I
nice.
got all. Yeah, and then I got all those Vampirellas still in the box, in my pool box. Because they're not the cheap ones either.
It's not like you to leave Vampirella in the box, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well,
Do you buy
they're-
any
they're-
Marvel
they're-
at all? Do you buy any Marvel at all? Any Marvel?
Yeah, every
good.
once in a while. Thor, Thor, pretty much anything Donnie writes. Thor
Donnie,
and
yeah.
Venom.
I'm with that. I'm down with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the new what is it? The new Master of Kung Fu series.
Mm.
I've been liking that one too. So trust me, I pick up a little bit of everything, man. It's just sometimes
Cool.
sometimes funds, you know.
Yeah, because it's
I
hard
know.
to pick up a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then
like, maybe loan me some of them boxes you got, man.
Yeah.
At some point I'm actually gonna I will do another pop-up shop and sell some books, or maybe I'll just actually tell people how much they owe me because they're all offering to send me money. So at some point we'll get around to that.
Yeah, this is my loan pickup of the week, and this was the order that I was talking about earlier, the California blend.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah, she was on Robert's show last week.
I
Yeah.
feel like this book has been out before. Is this like the second iteration of this book, or is this book
Yeah,
been
yes, it is.
it
I
is
got to
okay.
see his
Okay.
wife trade, which was pretty good.
What's
Okay.
what's the subtitle to that book?
This is She Is Life. Niobe, She Is Life.
Yeah, I think the
Okay,
first one was
okay.
Niobe She Is Death or something like that. It's a play on the last one.
Yeah,
Got it.
this was before She Is Death.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And then I love this homage to the Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, that's cool.
He Tribe Called Niobe. And then, the Shannon Mayer cover, which is awesome.
Nice.
Dude's talented.
I always thought he was, before I knew who it was, I thought it was a girl when I heard the shit. Shit.
This is the first issue of She Is Death.
Now,
Yep.
Bueller, have you had an opportunity to meet him?
Shannon?
Yeah.
We've never met in person, but we're friends.
Cool.
We talk every now and then. So he was on the channel. It's just we're just different parts of the state or the country. So he's got a pretty exciting book coming out. He hasn't announced it yet, but it'll be interesting. It's an exclusive. I think it's next month or something. I don't know. You guys will like it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Tinian, aside from the Alex Ross variants that I finished up this week, what I got Wednesday was the Department of Truth #2.
I read
Awesome
that.
book.
I read that.
And then I got Batman 102.
Yep.
I picked this up. I haven't got to read it yet.
It's pretty
Kind
good.
of figured you would pick that
passed on that book. I
did too. You're not the only one.
It's very violent.
4.
Old school Wolverine violence.
And then I got 2 facsimiles. That one.
Very nice.
And then that one.
So hey, Big Will, do me a favor. Pull both of those facsimiles and take a look at them. And they changed something on the one that just came out. Look and see if you can tell what they changed, which is really cool.
Let me see.
Compared to the old one, the one that you're looking at now, okay? And the one that just came out this week, look at the price tag on the book. Okay, see they put the $3.99 price on that book, on that facsimile. On the new one that came out, it says 12 cents.
Ooh.
Oh, I do notice that now.
They just started doing that, man. I think that's so cool because all
That-
that
that's so
new
cool.
price on it.
Have the original price on. I think
This
so
is the
cool.
older style,
Yeah.
$3.99, and then this is the newer style.
Yeah, but now then more people are gonna try to scam people now.
Well, all you gotta do is look for the barcode, man.
Yeah,
No,
we
I know.
barcode, it's easy.
I know, but I'm joking around. I go more if people that don't know are gonna try to buy crap like that.
Facsimiles. I love to get them slabbed and get a 9/8. These are great for display. If you can't afford the book, you can get it that way. If you want to keep yours, out of the light, and you can fade the crap out of one of these babies, and it's okay. I love these facsimiles.
I don't want to call them placeholders. They are the spot because I'm never going to buy some of these books, man.
Yeah.
That is the book in my collection is these facsimiles and some of the even true believers because you're just not going to throw down money for all these.
I really like that they put the original price tag on there. I think that makes a huge difference. So
Well, it really makes no sense since they have the barcode on this one. It makes no sense to also have the $3.99 and the price tag.
that's what I thought. That's my original thought. So
this is good. I love it even more now that you mentioned that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very cool.
All right, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for having me on the show. I gotta get ready for this Mandalorian thing I'm doing over on Waneco.
And tell me what I
I don't know. Anyway, don't forget, everybody, we had a good time. Peace.
Hey, JB,
Take care, man.
Friday, you'll come back on to unbox another package.
You got it, man. You got it.
All right, man, later. Just want to shout out the chat. We got Matt in the chat here. What's going on? And we have the Fresh Princess.
What's up?
Congratulations on our government change, but no.
Oh yeah, we got the show. We got a toy show and a comic show tomorrow. Me and Steve are gonna be going to and Boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little toy show and they have it almost every year, but this year they're gonna have it at the fairgrounds over here because they need the space for to space everybody out.
Yeah, that's what they have to do.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining what Infinity Con is going to be like when December comes.
Yeah.
Spaced out.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have caps and stuff like that too. Probably like I hope they don't got like capping how many people come in at this time and capping how many people come in that different times and stuff.
So speaking of, actually, I forgot what I was going to say. Here's a new thought. So Bueller, you did a great interview thing with what's his face from CBCS. I forget his name. Borak.
Steve Borak, yeah.
Yeah. Is there any question that you were hesitant to ask that you would have liked to ask, or is there anything that was asked in the comments that you were like, I don't think I should ask him that?
Not really, to be totally honest. I mean, he's a pretty open book. If you notice, like there's a lot of interviews with him on YouTube.
Yeah,
he's been around. He doesn't mind saying, whatever he comes to mind. They contacted me, actually. They sent me one of their new slabs and stuff, and like, hey, we're fans of the show. If you'd like to review this, or we'd like to come on the show, I was like, sure, why not? But I told him, I said, I don't slab books. I've never used your service. I never used any service. It's not my thing. I just want you to let you guys know. It's like, oh, it's no problem. We don't care. So, the one thing he said before, he goes, I don't want to go on there. And he goes, I'm not here to bash CGC or nothing like that. I go, well, that's fine. That's not really why I want you on there. I just want you on here to talk about what you guys do or whatnot. So that was the only thing that he didn't want to come on there, because I think he kind of got railroaded a couple times when like Chicago Comic-Con happened, whatever it was, when there was like the CGC and they were like handling the books, and everyone was wanting him on to ask him, oh, do you wear gloves and stuff like that, and all this stuff. And he's like, I don't want to bash anybody. That's not what he was about. I'm like, well, that's not what I'm about either. So I go, no worries. But pretty much every question I asked was the ones that people sent to us, 4 questions and stuff, because I really didn't know too much to ask him, to be totally honest. So whatever ones were asked the most, those were the ones I asked. And the most questions that people wanted to know about were the autographs and how they verify it, and what you need if you need a COA or something like that. And so that was the main thing.
Ask that question because most people think it's like, EGS and PGX, where they have like an app on the phone or something and they compare, but no, they go through Beckett. There's actual people that are, I'm glad that one was asked, because it's not the same thing as if you get it from someone else.
Yeah, no, they have a full trained staff that just does that through the Beckett, and like one of the things I asked them, I says, well, how do you guys know? Do you have signatures on file? And they actually have like a Rolodex of signatures to compare them to make sure that they're legit, plus the trained people who do it as well. So the combination of having those on file and the trained professionals that do it, that's how they're able to verify a signature. And I think that's a pretty good service to have, because like I said in the video, my signatures are from the 90s, before there was any type of verification or whatnot, and how do I get those verified? They offer a service that does it. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I've got 3 different books that Paul Dini signed from a collection, and I can't get, CGC to do them because they're going to come back a green label, and I don't like that. But, the CBCS label, this is signed by Paul Dini, and it's from the same collection.
Yep.
So since this come back, yellow, I know it's a good, legit signature. So now I can send in the other 3, and I know
there you go,
that it'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I like that. I don't really have a dog in the fight on who's better or, which one to use, because I don't use either. So it's like, I don't know. I was like, even having him on the show and talking to him really didn't interest me in doing it personally to have my books great. It's still not
the first person I saw that had him on like live, like you could actually see him.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I don't know if he knew that, to be totally honest.
He was on the New York Warriors show, I know, and he wasn't like face
He's
on.
been on their show like 3 or 4 different times. He's been on Billy's show.
Yeah.
You never saw his face.
He doesn't like them too much. He likes Bueller more than anybody else.
Well, the nice thing was I didn't realize that until after I saw the video. I was like, man, he doesn't show his face on the other ones. And he never said anything about it when he was on. And I think the difference was they contacted me. They wanted to be on the show,
right.
And they're like, hey, his right-hand man there at CBCS is a fan of the show. He wanted Steve to be on the show, so he was setting it up and stuff like that. I was like, okay, that sounds good. We'll do something special. And
I guess that was a special part. It's on camera.
And honestly, it's his most viewed interview on YouTube. It's been seen like 6,000 times. And it's only a week old, and it's like the most by far. So I was like,
I mean, you see his face, you ask good questions, and people know you don't really care because you don't just slab books.
Yeah.
So you don't have a bias. So it's the perfect storm for an interview. And Dave, unless Bueller knows, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know CBCS offers a raw grade where it's a lot cheaper than getting it in a slab, and you can do it that way.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that a little bit. They also they're the ones that came up with the code. If you want to go through you can get 10% off their grading service this month if you enter Bueller 10, I think. And that was their idea. I didn't say anything. They're like, "Hey, do you mind if we offer a code to your audience?" I was like, "Sure, I don't care." And they're like, what do you want it to be? And they're like, "How about Bueller 10?" I go, "Yeah, that's what some of mine already are." So he's like, "Yeah, let's do that for November."
Easy to remember for you too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He said he'd give me 11% off. I said, "Whatever, dude."
So the moral of the story is don't use PGX.
He doesn't like PJX. He flat out was like he didn't want to say anything bad about CGC, and it's not what he's about. But when the PGX came up, he kind of took it upon himself to say, "I really don't consider them like a grading company." I was like, "Whoa, okay." I didn't say a word. He brought it up. I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." So I think there's some history between him and the PGX guy.
Okay.
It's a little bit more personal than like just we're a preview to or whatnot. So
it's personal to me as well. I've had a bad experience.
I remember. Dave asked, the CBCS offer signature verification without? Yes, they do. Without a grade, yeah, they will do that. And actually, that's what they do first. They'll verify the signature, and then they'll ask you if they want you to grade it or slab it up. So it's up to you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, I always lean towards wanting to use CBCS, but I just haven't really, dive into the whole grading system thing. Normally, I just either go through my comic shop or,
same thing.
Graded books off for eBay, for a decent price.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I still haven't jumped in that area either. I bought I bought like a box of graded books about a year and a half ago for my Bueller boxes, and I sent them all out. I bought like 30 slabs for $3 a piece, and I sent every one of them out in my Bueller boxes.
Yeah,
and that was it really. So
yeah, that's the way to go, man. $3. $3.
Yeah.
Together CGC does a pre-screen where you can send in a minimum of 25, and say it's either a 9.8 or you don't slab it. So I'm putting that together, but I'm going to go with CBCS this time because you don't have a minimum with them. You can send in 2 books if you want, and you can put whatever grade on each individual book rather than have them all have to be the same. And if they do more than so many, you don't have to pay for the returns.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So basically, if it's not a 9.8, you tell them don't bother?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And as long as they grade, I think it's like 70% of what I send in, all the returns that they send back, no charge.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you guys this. I don't know if any of you guys know this for a fact, but it seems to me that even though the CBCS books don't sell for as much as the CGC books, though, it seems like CBC's grading is more respected. And it's more thorough than CGC.
Well, what I remember hearing was that the guy that came CBCS, Borat, was the one that came up with the grading, the whole grading scale in the first place. That's why people respect it, because it's him doing it, because he's the one that came up with it.
It is by far the better grade.
It is.
If you get a 9.8 with a CGC, it's probably a 9.8, but it could just as easily be a 9.6. If you get a 9.8 with CBCS, it's a 9.8.
Yeah.
On 9 out of 10 times, you don't have to worry at all. But I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but yeah. Sure. And if you notice, a lot of the biggest books that sell on Heritage and stuff, they're starting to be more CBCS.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with just how stickler they are with their grading. And with that, the Heritage, we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars books, not just like $1,000 book. We're talking $100,000 book.
Yeah.
You know,
plus, there's also a huge difference. Listen.
Yeah, it doesn't move around. The newer slabs, they move around in there. Yeah.
So you have a bag on your slab?
Huh?
So you have a bag on your slab?
Yeah, it just keeps it clean and scratch free.
So you're protecting the plastic as well as the book.
It's a sickness. What? I import your books, so. But anyway, yeah, that's the one downside to CGC.
I gave Bob a hard time. I'm like, how come your slabs are in bags? He's like, well, so they don't get scratched. I go, so let me get this straight. So you get your comic book slabbed in plastic, and then it gets encased in a plastic shell, and then it gets encased in a thick plastic shell, and then you take a little skinny bag and stick that in the and he's like, yeah, whatever. So,
yes,
okay.
Mine is a force of habit, man. It's like you're used to bagging and boarding stuff, so it's like, whatever.
It's just CGC, their inner well isn't all that great as far as being stuck in there. And I mean, you can hear it rattle. But the CBCS one, I've shown multiple people. This thing's rock solid, man.
Yeah, you don't hear nothing because all the new CGC books move around in there, man. It's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I've noticed, like, some CGCs I've seen, and maybe this is all slabs, but like sometimes it seems like there's like kind of almost like a liquid type thing. If you press on it on the cover, it's kind of like a oily type thing. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. The Newton rings.
Yeah, is that what that is?
Yeah, those are what Newton rings are.
It's the inner well plastic touching the outer plastic, and it just makes that weird optical illusion.
Yeah, I don't call it optical illusion. I call it what was it? I forgot who called it rainbow jizz. Yeah. They call it rainbow. I forgot who called it rainbow jizz, but
I remember Marky from the New York Warriors ranting about that so many times in the early days.
Yeah. He goes, I've been cracking so many of these damn things because all this rainbow jizz all over the book.
Yeah, I tell you one thing I don't like about CBCS though, and this is only a temporary thing. They're going to fix it. Is how long it is taking them to press books. They were at one point 8 to 10 months.
Well, they used to be owned by themselves. Now they had
Beckett 3 guys.
Yeah, now Beckett owns them now. So
forums. He's like, we have 3 guys in the press room.
Yeah, they're really backed up with presses. That was actually one of the questions that was asked quite a bit about why it takes so long for the presses, and I guess it is what it is, you know, just having to do with all the books that they get and everything. But
it's rough for like me because I got books there that I'm waiting on.
Yeah,
that's actually a good sign because it means more people are sending stuff in, so they'll be able to hire more people and they'll do better.
Well, they just got like a huge collection of like a couple 100,000 books in.
Oh boy,
that he's working on personally to kind of go through and pick out the ones that should be graded and shouldn't be graded. So I was actually talking to him like a couple of weeks before the interview. I'm like, what are you doing, man? He's like, oh man, you should look at this collection that we're looking at. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, there's like 100,000 books and they're all like gold and silver age books. I'm like, oh man, give me a break. He's all bragging on the phone.
Yeah. Well, they sent out in the forums, they're working on May right now, and they expect to be done with May by the 13th. And they're hoping that everything up to October, I think, will be done pressing by the end of the year.
Yeah. It seems like it's a popular service, man. I think it's definitely something that's, you know, only a few people are really good at, you know, and it's hard to train someone to know how to grade or press and kind of go from there. And, you know, the more popular it gets, the more line probably take to get them done.
I mean, you take a book that's like an 8.0 that has a huge ding in it, and you can press it and make it a 9.2.
Yeah.
And a 9.2 is worth $500. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good incentive to get that service done. So, sadly, a lot of people have their book in for like $20.
Your thoughts on oversized comics?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
In a comic bag, and when you put it in a magazine size bag, it just looks like a sad thing.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking.
This was like a trade format, but it's even bigger taller than the trade. And there's certain trades that I could put in a little oversized comic bag, but not this.
Well, when I buy books, if they're a trade, I don't care about them as far as their condition. I want to read them. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that they need to draw the line, a definite line between what is a trade and what is not. Like Batman Damned, 3 Jokers, that is square bound. They're like a trade, but people collect them as like an issue of a comic, and they put them in a bag and board when they do.
Yeah.
That's the difference with 3 Jokers and Damn. Damn was that magazine size book.
Yeah.
3 Jokers was a normal comic size, just prestige.
You mean this one?
Yeah, you had to buy a magazine bag and board for that.
Mm-hmm.
Image had that series that came out last year, or maybe a little bit longer, called Barrier. And
I remember that one.
6-issue series, and it was oversized, and it opened like a calendar. It flipped sideways.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I hated that book. Whenever I got those in, man, those went out in Bueller boxes.
Yeah,
I hated those, man.
Because it didn't fit in a normal bag and board, and it was oversized, so it was like.
They're
like
about half inch too tall.
Yeah, my shop, and I opened it up, and I was like, "What the hell is this? This ain't no comic." I was like, "No."
I didn't even pick it up. I think I only picked up issue 1, and then after that, I'm like, "Man, it doesn't fit nowhere. I'm not picking it up again."
Well, their first issue for that series was a free comic book day edition.
Yeah,
and like a couple of years ago, and it was like, I remember getting it. I was like, oh, "What is this? Why is that opening like this?" And then it came out. Then it was like half inch taller and everything else. Yeah. And then one of the issues didn't have any words in it. There was like one word. Like one word. It said like crap, and that was the only word in the whole book.
Yeah, and then you looked at the whole book, and you're like, huh?
Yeah. Well, this is crap.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Their ash can for that was like almost a full-size comic.
Yeah.
But you know, the funny thing about this book was I enjoyed it, but I'm like, I don't like it in the magazine size bag and board, and it don't fit regular size, so it's just going to be out. And this book is the price of this book is expensive because some of these came damages to certain comic shops. And I think I watched Comic Tom's video where he talked about that. You know, people are trying to sell these books for like $30, and my shop held it for me. You know, because he was saying that people were calling in about it. You know, asking if they had any. So these books are going for a higher price on eBay.
Well, you just have to make a decision. Like here, there's a decision I made was when the Batman Damned came out and all that. I made a decision right then. Okay. People are going to be buying and selling these, but I'm not in the market for that. I want to read it. So I'm going to treat it as a trade. I do the same thing for the 3 Jokers. I don't care about Last Ronin, but if I did, I'd treat it the same way. I wouldn't worry about what it's worth. Yeah. If I get it at cover, it's to read. That's it. I treat it like a trade.
Yeah, but the 3 Jokers, the way it ended, it was pretty interesting how it ended. But because since 3 Ronins came out, 3 Ronins topped the whatever happened in 3 Jokers. Because there's some stuff that happens in 3 Jokers is pretty interesting. So I'm like, surprised nobody's talking about this. But everybody's talking about the Ronin one. So
I didn't like how it ended. I mean, it was kind of.
It was interesting how it ended. I'm saying, it was interesting.
Not to me. It's
it was a little. Just biting from Alan Moore. That's what I see. It seemed like it was like, oh. I'm just gonna continue writing what Alan Moore wrote. It felt like a little bit.
I'm not surprised by that type of ending.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it has such a disappointment to it that it's like it's probably one of the reasons why I just dropped my Batman books, because I'm kind of over Batman a bit. You know, I've been reading him for so long that I just want to take a break from that character. You know, it's kind of similar to when I stopped buying Marvel for a while. You know, I was just kind of done with the stuff that they were putting out, so I just backed away from them. But yeah, I just the ending was a bit polarizing.
Well, I'm going to keep Batman because it's the only DC title that I have on pull. I've read 99. I haven't read 100, 101, or 102 just yet.
Oh, the new Punchline books coming out next week, and Bueller probably gets it all on what covers are good. I mean, on your video, what covers are coming out.
There's so many covers on. I didn't even have them all in there, man. I'm missing probably half of them.
Dude, I'm like looking at how I'm like, half of the damn things are like shop covers, man, and then half of and then there's 3 normal covers, and then the rest of them are like shop exclusives. I'm like, really?
Yeah, there's only 4 in-store covers.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying. And there's 4, but if you count the freaking the store ones, it's like over 100 almost.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So, Bueller, how are you going to do the video for the Future State books? Because I know my LCS was talking how they used to put out a flyer for you to order now, but since they're changing people again, they don't give you anything. It's like something's coming out probably, and then the Future State is taking the place of the entire line for like 2 months.
Yeah. As far as like you mean putting my preview video together?
Yeah. Are you able to get everything that you need, or is it?
Oh yeah. Most of the publishers just send me the stuff. I mean, images for their books.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I get most of the stuff through the publishers.
Oh, that's good.
Not like the books, but like
right, yeah. But the images is yeah. So that's good. That's good. So you don't have to count on using the. You don't have
to search for it yourself, so that's good. Actually,
I mean, they'll send me like the regular covers. That's the thing. Then I got to go find the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
They don't send me all the covers for all the store exclusives. I got to go find that stuff myself. Yeah. And through a different handful of websites, I try to narrow it down. But for the most part, the main stuff that there is going to be available at every comic shop. They send me the image.
Just have the community help you, and then your IG get all flooded with your IG messenger get flooded.
I've had people send me images of books and like, hey man, this might be one you want to put on your list. I was like, oh, cool, thanks.
Yeah. Do you have any DC on the pull list now?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I'm down to Batman and Deceased.
Okay, so what are you going to do during Future State? Are you going to pick up?
I'm skipping it. I don't want any of it. It looks personally. I saw every one of them. I was like, forget it.
I learned my lesson with the Batman crossovers. I learned my lesson with those, so I'm skipping this one too.
I'm getting the one shot and the new Brazilian Wonder Woman for spec value, and that's it. I'm not getting any of the Future State books. I'm going to pick up with Batman once it comes back.
Trust me, I got 2 short boxes full of Batman Eternal and freaking Futures End. So I learned my lesson with those 2 times.
Those 2 were like weekly series.
Yeah.
When I see this Future State being for 2 months, I think of when DC did that conversion stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I think they took a whole pause of their normal ties and did the convergence thing, and everybody had these 2-issue series.
Yeah.
So I might pick up like a few of these just to give them a try, but I'm not enthused by it.
Right.
I'm not going to go all out and try and check out all these titles.
Right. Same here, man. I'll pick up whatever I'm thinking that I'm going to be interested in, pretty much.
So the Future State, the run for the 2 months, is taking the place of the regular series books. The other books are still coming out, like Black Label and stuff like that, or limited series like Rorschach. Those books are still coming out during that time period, but the regular runs like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, those are taking a 2-month break. So that's what the Future State books are for those 2 months. And then all the other random stuff like a limited series like Rorschach or Black, those are still coming out. So if you're on any of those, you can still get those.
I literally just have Batman, so I'm just gonna, like I said, for the spec value potential, I'll get that, and then that's it. I'm skipping the the Future State pretty much. It doesn't look that good to me, honestly.
It doesn't. It looks like 50-cent box filler.
It looks like they needed a break to revamp their entire line, so they're using this as the 2-month break to get everything situated.
I think you're right.
DC does this a couple of times. You know, remember when they did that whole month of lenticular covers for the Future's End?
Yeah, I got one. I got like a couple of them.
That didn't end titles or anything or pause titles. That was just a cover.
Yeah.
They were just the covers, but they all tied. Those were one shots. They paused the titles and put out these one shots just for the Future's End. So they did there. Then they did that 2-month whole convergence thing because DC was moving to the West Coast, so they paused the titles, and then they're doing it here.
Yeah, because they got new management, so that they're pausing to have the new management take over. Pretty much, that's what it seems like.
As long as they have a deceased book coming out, I'm good. I can live on. I can live on just reading the Deceased series. I'm good to go.
Yeah, and my shop owner told me that I think it's going to stop around Batman 106. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but let's say it is. It's going to be 2 months of the future state, and then it'll pick back up at 107.
Yeah.
So that's a reason why I'm thinking they're just using this as a pause to like revamp, reshuffle, and maybe restart. I don't know.
Or let the new management actually get their bearings and stuff like that. Because I remember that they said they were under new. What was it? Jim Lee doesn't report to Jim Lee himself anymore. He reports to some lady or something now.
Yeah. I wonder if this future state doesn't do that well. Like a lot of us are talking about skipping most of it.
Yeah.
Can they handle a 2-month hit like that?
Well, they're all number ones. So there you go. They might not sell as many number ones in the past, but they'll sell more than regular issues because they're all number one. So
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm just not too enthused by it. You know, outside maybe 1 or 2, 3 books. But I spoke about this on when we talked about it on the roundtable show. It's like, you know, we were talking about it. I was like, this is DC doing DC things. I've seen it with the convergence. I've seen it with the new 52-month thing, and I'm not really too interested in picking up a lot of these titles, man.
Like I told you, I learned my lesson with Futures In, and I learned my lesson with Batman Eternal. I got 2 short boxes full of that crap anyway, so I learned my lesson with those 2. So I'm skipping.
there's many other books out there I can be picking up and reading.
Yeah.
So.
I could be picking up more Vampirella books.
Yeah, I would probably be more apt to go for the future state and think it's a good thing if DC had a history of this is what the future is, and then actually leading up to that future. But it's just the continuity gets to being a mess for both the companies. So it's like, okay, they're trying something, it won't work out, you know, or they won't work it into the actual series where that stuff is going to be in the future. Something to happen and someone to mess up. So I'm not even going to bother with it.
Yeah, one of the writers doesn't follow where it's going, and it goes, whoops.
Somebody said that this could be like a new universe for them to add. I'm like, do DC really need another multiverse? Like, they done got so many damn universes, man.
Metal is a new one, because if you think about it, Metal, Death Metal, and all that.
The Metal series, to be honest. The first one was okay, but I wasn't that intrigued enough to pick up the new one.
Yeah, the Death Metal.
That just kind of, you know, burnt me out, you know, over the last couple of years.
Well, Snyder could take a break and do his independent stuff, I would think.
I would prefer that.
Yeah, I like his indie stuff a lot more than I like the Death Metal stuff.
The thing is, as soon as he started doing Batman, that's pretty much all he's done since with DC. Yeah. He's done a few other things like the Superman Unchained and some Swamp. But majority of his DC run has been mostly Batman. It's been all Batman. So it's like, I want to see him veer away from Batman. Because even when he did Justice League, Batman was part of that.
I think that's all he wanted to do. I think that's the whole reason he wanted to go with DC in the first place, was to only do Batman or something like that. He said something like that in an interview, something like that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I got the word from Matt He said he wants me to open this box up on the show. So I am going to open it up.
Oh, you mean now?
Yeah. Open it up.
Do you have any idea what it is?
No. It's just AOK that he said he was going to send me. So I'm going to find out right here today.
I still got a bunch of your books over here, Puff.
Yeah. What was that, people?
I said I hope it's food.
I'm used to be getting some of that myself, actually.
Like how Robert sent Bueller a ham.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe it's a nice juicy steak or something. I don't know.
What did you ever do with that ham, by the way?
You don't want to know. The first one was not eaten. The second one, the next year, was eaten.
Okay.
Wait, he sent you two?
Yeah, he sent me one last Christmas too. I think Sam.
I have a funny feeling he's gonna send you another one this Christmas.
yeah. So, but the first one, I didn't know Robert probably as well as I probably should know for someone sending me a ham all the way across the United States. So I wasn't exactly comfortable eating it. The second year, I knew Robert pretty well, so I was totally okay with it. But the first one, our bond hasn't quite set up yet, so I was very hesitant about eating a ham that was sent across the United States wrapped in insulation from a ceiling.
Oh yeah. I remember him telling me the story.
That's hilarious. Here's a ham. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I've thought about sending some people like some white sauce. That's something we have down here. But I can't send them the one that I really want to send them because I'd have to pour it in a bottle and like send it like that. Doesn't have like the factory seal on it or anything. And I'm afraid they might think something's up. So I sent them a different kind that has the factory seal from the store.
Yeah.
No insulation with it at all.
Oh man.
Are you still working on that box?
I got it open.
He's just looking at the content.
Jeez, he sent me almost a whole run of it.
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
Run of what? Go big. Let's see what you got.
This is something Jeff will like. I got.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. See, you guys were asking for Vampirella. I wasn't the one today.
Most of these ain't. He sent me Clive Barker's Nightbreed.
Ooh, that's a Robert book if I ever seen one. How are you?
I love Nightbreed.
Vampirella versus Hemorrhage.
Oh yeah. Hemorrhage. One of her villains from the 90s.
Vengeance of Vampirella #2.
Always good. That's another Buzz cover.
Yeah.
You can get Buzz to sign it next time when you see him.
#4.
Sent you the whole run?
Pretty much not. #8.
Oh yeah, I got a story behind 8. Buzz actually told me the story behind that one.
#9. Adam Hughes, #10.
Yeah. So the 8 was supposed to be a Hughes cover, but Hughes couldn't turn his pages in on time. So Buzz had to sit there for like 30 minutes drawing something. That's why there's no background to 8.
#12. Here's #14.
Hey now.
#15.
I think I still got a couple missing out of that run. I don't remember how many, but I think I got like a couple missing.
Well, you can check if you want.
Yeah.
Whatever you're missing, I can send you.
All right. Well, or whenever we see each other again, because I got a big pile for you too.
17. Number 18. Number 22.
Mm-hmm.
Number 24.
That's a nice one.
That snake's very happy.
And issue number 13 of the monthly series, World's
Oh
End.
yeah. When she was in her new costume, like almost every couple of years, they changed the costume up.
This one I don't think I have.
Hmm.
Or at least this variant of this cover.
Probably. It's a variant. I just don't remember which one it is.
I might have the variant to that.
Yeah.
I think I have this one too.
Ah, bet. What's she? Mm-hmm.
Animation will like that.
Yep. If she ever pops in.
0 issue.
Mhm.
Mystery Walk. Issue 11. Vengeance.
So it's all. So yeah, like you said, it's almost a whole run.
Are you to the halfway point yet?
No.
Issue 20. And issue 0.
Wow. Yeah. That
Oh,
one's supposed.
Well,
Yeah, the 0 one is supposed to have what is it? It's supposed to have a COA with them. Some of them.
So he pretty much sent me a bunch of Vampy.
Yeah.
And I have most of these.
Yeah. Always good to have extra, man. Good to AOK out to the other people.
But yeah, you check your stuff and whatever
Yeah.
I'll hold for you.
Yeah. I'll check. I'll see what but I know I need Vengeance. I know I just don't remember which ones I'm missing. I need to check.
So shout out to Matt of the Comic Hall and Roundtable Discussion.
Mhm.
Send me that great AOK.
I like those guys. Those guys are always cool.
Yeah, you said no show tonight, so
Yeah.
next week.
I'll be at work, so I'll catch it on the rewind. I gotta work tonight, so Robert's gonna have Mr. White Gloves on for me tonight.
Yeah, it
So,
was you wasn't able to be on last week.
no, I was able to be on. He just didn't. He forgot. Yeah, he thought it was this week I could be on, and it wasn't. It was last week I couldn't. It was this week.
so, Bueller, I was thinking about maybe inviting you at some point to a stream where I figure out exactly what kind of order I'm going to put in these Ross variants. Get all hung up.
Oh yeah, wait. Since
I made a video about those.
Ross.
Say what?
I made a video about the Alex Ross variants.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we showed every one of them.
Yeah, and I showed when they came out, the dates, what books they were, and stuff. You could put them together like that.
That'd be easier that way, I would think.
Yeah, but they're not in. The teams aren't together.
Yeah, they are. Well, no, they're not. A little bit.
I mean, the only reason the FFs were together is every one of them is an FF1, right?
Yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah, whatever book that was, it's all the same book. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then-
that's the only problem when you get all those damn
yeah, and then
Ross
I have
variants.
an extra. I got to figure out if it gets in or not.
Yeah, that's the only one I didn't get. I didn't even know about that one until somebody pointed it out to me.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't either.
It was a secret variant that kind of
Yeah.
it was like a thank you to the shop or something like that.
Yeah. I think my shop ended up getting it, but they wanted a little bit of money for it. So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
As soon as I get the Ross stuff on the wall, that's when it's happening.
Yeah.
So, you want it?
No, I'm good. That's yours, man. You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, but it's going to be odd. I can't have one that has a thing on it.
Oh, that's why I don't want it.
Even.
That's literally why I don't want it. It doesn't
Yeah.
go with the other ones.
I tell you what, I'll see. Let's see if I can't get you on stream when I do all that and put it together. And this could be a giveaway we do, this variant.
There you go. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't, I mean, it's great, but it doesn't fit the other ones. You know?
No,
yeah.
It's
So-
part of the mural.
Yeah,
Okay, well, if I had the rest of it, maybe.
Exactly. And they didn't make it anymore. They just made that one.
I'm guessing they might have it later down the
I'm
line,
hoping.
like later down the line, like 3 years later. It's like, oh, hey, here's the other half of the two.
I'll pick it back up again with the rest if that happens.
No,
There you
I'm
go.
gonna laugh. It goes, 3 years later. Here's the other two halves of the mural.
I don't mind waiting. I'll wait.
Yeah. All I picked up was I think the Shang-Chi one, the She-Hulk one, and Burt Reynolds Hulk.
I hope we do the rest of the. Whoa!
You jumped out for a second. I'll jump back in.
I just hope we get the other 3 characters from the mural,
Absolutely.
and then like a good villain for every one of them.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh yeah.
I'd have to do like what 2.5 walls.
Yeah, I have I think my setup, I have, let's see, it's 48. So I can put 48 books up on my wall in the racks I have. So this covered 32 of them. So I got 16 more spots, you know, and I'm hoping he does more. It'd be great to kind of fill it up and make a whole section.
With this wall here, as far as what's in camera, it won't even be all 32.
Yeah.
But I have room for probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could probably do 10 rows of 4.
Yeah.
Or maybe even a few more, and I can maybe add a 5th one.
Well, I got some early Alex Ross. This is the early Alex Ross.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Man, it was a good deal, man. It was only $6. I'm like, that's good. early Ross too.
Yeah.
Because it had, and you can do it because it's early because he signed his stuff. It's actually still like it says Alex Ross right here, right in the corner.
Yeah, I have all of his Immortal Hulk covers. I have all his Captain America covers that he's currently doing, and then he's doing the Iron Man covers right now too. He's done 3 of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not a big spender like you are, Bueller. I don't have all the other stuff complete, but I am a fan of Ross. I do have pre-ordered his art book that he's got.
Oh, nice.
Pre-order right now.
Yeah, I need to do that. I like Ross. I like a lot of the guys I like.
I need to pick up Mythology again, his DC work, and then the big book with his Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
I got the Dynamite one where it gets all his Dynamite work in it.
So is he your favorite artist, Bueller? He's mine.
No, he's from Portland. He was born in Portland like I was. And so I just like his work, really. I have, other artists I enjoy more, but
he's on my Mount Rushmore artist.
McFarlane?
Yeah, I was easily say McFarlane.
And what's the other one that we like making fun of? The feet.
Rob
Liefeld.
Yeah.
My top 3 would be Alex Ross, Ariel Olivetti, and Clayton Crane.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's so many really good artists. It's hard to say, but I mean, the one guy obviously, and he's honestly, McFarlane is a lot of people's favorites artists. I mean, he's well up there on the, like you said, the Mount Rushmore of artists and stuff like that. But easily, I remember his books in the '90s coming out. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. They're just jumping off the page and stuff. He doesn't really do a lot now.
Mainly because it was in the '90s and you were remembering it. You were the perfect age, and it was good art, no matter how you feel about it.
Right,
and being your favorite or not, it's good art. But
there he is.
There's also, you got your John Ramirez, your Bernie Wrightsons, your Gene Collins, your Carmine Infantino, all those guys. But we don't really mention that much because we're all too young.
And Frazetta and all the other ones too.
Neil Adams. Neil Adams' run on X-Men. I kid you not, man. That's some of the most beautiful X-Men artwork I've ever seen is when he did the early X-Men run.
Yeah. Well, my favorite cover is the Wolverine #1 of the '88 series, and that's Buscema.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex Ross is my favorite, but he has one of the most beautiful covers that I've ever seen. It's Space Ghost #5.
Yeah.
But my favorite cover isn't even Ross. It's John Buscema, Wolverine #1.
Nice.
Yeah, I was showing off this early Ross anyway.
Yeah.
That I picked up.
So when you said you wanted an homage to that one, that's why I threw up the horns. I was like, yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I might actually buy one if you did that.
Okay. That'll be on my list. Yeah, I think that's one that hasn't been done. I mean, there's another 300 ASM 300 homage coming out next week. I can't remember what book it is, but every week there's another homage to ASM 300 coming out.
Because there was a Lady Death version of that one too, man. Like the Lady Death has been homaging a lot of covers.
Yeah, well, man, say what you will about Alex Ross, but dadgum, I don't know of any artist that swipes his own self like Alex Ross.
Oh man!
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
McFarlane.
Yeah,
I mean, how many times has he swiped Spider-Man 1? He did it within the first 15 issues of the second series.
Yep.
He swiped 300 the very next issue, 301.
There's a story behind that. You know what that is?
I assume that he didn't want to. He wanted to do the 301, but they made him do the 300.
He was pissed off about something. I can't remember what it was. I watched it and stuff, but there is a reason why 300 and 301 are like that. So I don't know.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, but man, I think 300 is outshined Action 1 and AF-15 for the most cover homages and swipes.
They did the Juggernaut #1 had a 300 swipe.
Yeah.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
I get sick of those
doesn't to me look like the most like agile person in the world, you know, for
I know it's hilarious.
Swipe.
But what's funny is probably half of those are from McFarlane himself.
Yeah, he does quite a bit.
I mean, he did one of the Incredible Hulk with the Gray Hulk doing the same pose as Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah. That's a little weird, but with the Hulk doing that type of pose.
I mean, 300. There's 301 in the ASM run, and then you have the Spawn. What is it? 227, as well as Spawn 300.
Mm-hmm.
It did the swipe as well. It's funny.
Yeah, and then that Venom cover he does with Spider-Man laying there. Or the Spider-Man cover with that one that gets swiped a lot too.
I think that's 366. 366, if I'm not mistaken, or it's 363. I don't know. One of those.
Something like that.
You have the Lady Duff swipe, the 300 swipe with Lady Duff. The fact that they did that with her, I was like, come on now.
Yeah, they did that. They swiped even a Captain America swipe too. Where with the Captain America shit, like where he's fighting Nazis.
Yeah. I just feel like 300 is the most overused swipe of all.
Yeah, that one's the most swiped of all.
Yeah.
And if it's not McFarlane doing it, it's pretty interesting to see who does it.
Well, I'm probably agreeing with Reggie in there. I got to where I don't really care for the 300, homages. Most of them aren't that great.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say the ones McFarlane did, since he's the one that did the original cover, they actually look all right.
I like what he said here about the modern artists. Companies only use inferior art inside the book. Like you see great cover art,
yeah.
You open up the inside, you like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. What was it? Cold Dead Hands was like that, man. The Cold Dead Hands cover got me, and then I freaking opened it up. I'm like, holy shit, man! It's hot garbage in here.
That's why I like Ross, Crane, and Olivetti. Mm-hmm. They can all do very good interior art as well as the covers.
The one I'm curious about, if he could do interiors at all, is this one. It's him. Is if Perillo could actually do interiors. I'm curious. I'm really curious if he could do interiors. Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious if he can. I've never seen him do interiors. That's why I'm like, I'm curious if he can.
I don't know, but I do know that sequential art is a much different monster than like covers.
Yeah.
So don't assume
Because
because
what
they
was
have
it?
that they can do interiors.
Yeah, because there was a what was it? The female artist called Don Matique, where she was only doing covers, and now she's doing interiors. So it's pretty good, interesting to see her transition to interiors.
Because back in the day, you had people who did both. You know, they
Yeah.
did their covers, and then they do interior.
Well,
know,
yeah,
and
she's doing covers and interiors, but it's interesting to see.
when you see
Yeah.
the covers of the Bronze's books, most of the time it's almost the same art inside the book because it's the same artist doing the cover and the art. There's a couple of issues out there that had different cover artists from the interiors, but most of the time, the artist of the book did both cover and interior.
Man, Black Cat, the
Consistency.
Black Cat #1, the new that Black Cat series that came out, Black Cat #1, try to sell you on the cover, man. But the damn interior art was hot garbage, man, because it would jump from 3 artists. It would be one artist. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell, man? It doesn't look like. No, the funniest one was the one panel with the guys who was supposed to be screaming at her looked so freaking weird. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, more money for the time spent doing covers than inside.
Yeah, because they pay more for covers. People, all the companies pay more for covers.
They put out all these great cover variants, and then you open up the book and you're like, I only pay for the cover because the inside is garbage.
Yeah, it's hot garbage.
But
Great variants.
I wish the Bueller symbol was a little bigger though.
Yeah,
I honestly wish your symbol was a little bigger though.
You know what? I've been doing one size for a long time, man. So you're not the only one.
yeah. But for all the ones you're talking about, though, you do get books like Immortal Hulk. Alex Ross is standard A cover, great. And then you got Bennett on the inside.
Yeah.
And he's doing great, too.
Yeah.
There's good art, and there's hot garbage type of art, you know?
Oh, so you could just change it up. Okay, I see how you roll.
Yeah. See, if you want more Alex Ross. Let's see here. Oh, that's an X-Men one. There we go. I can just switch it out like that. So easy as that. And I can stack about 10 books in a row on these shelves.
That's nice.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, if you look at these shelves, they're actually a lot deeper than what you see.
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted the books to be kind of more up
So
front.
what's behind that Hulk?
What's that?
Oh, ain't nothing behind the Hulks.
No, actually, it's a
Probably more.
box, a long size box, and with blue tape, so it looks like it's part of the shelf.
Oh, okay.
Everything's smoke and mirrors, man. Nothing's real here.
we need to learn. We need to learn more smoke and mirror tricks.
Yeah,
That's what we need to do.
I have the tape right down the middle, so you can't even see the white of the back at all. So, but yeah, it's just a large box
Nice.
so they
Nice.
stand out more.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have to worry about that when my stuff comes in. It's a product called Snap It, and it's like a 3-ring binder pouch that the book can slide in bag and board or without a bag and board, and they snap together on top, bottom, and both sides. So I'll be able to snap a row of 4, just hang it from like a couple nails, and then I'll be able to switch out in the pouches however I want.
Nice. I think I've seen those. They're pretty cool.
Bueller, you read Crossover, right?
Review.
Yeah, I read it.
Did you like it?
Sure, it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little of I think he's trying to make some kind of commentary on when comics were being burned.
Okay.
Back in the 50s or whatnot, when the code came out and everything.
Right.
People
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of hidden commentary there. What's that?
Biggie Shaq burnt the comic on his live stream.
Oh my God! Um,
Power Rangers book.
I mean, I thought it was. I think if he's trying to make it, here's the thing. I'm actually going to talk about it on
Coffees.
on
Coffee
the
and comics.
video. Yeah, on Monday. But there is a rumor that there is an issue in this series that's going to change. It's going to break every law that there is as far as comic books going, and it's going to do something that's going to, have a ripple effect in the comic industry.
I'm curious now. I'm curious.
What title are we talking about?
Crossover.
Crossover.
Oh.
Now, I know what issue this is supposed to be. And I actually heard about a year ago. Whether that's still the case, I don't know. But it's supposed to just be totally just taboo, I guess.
But balls to the wall, pretty much issue.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if it's going to come true or whatnot, but it was a rumor I heard from a really good source.
Okay.
That it's there's a certain issue in this run that's going to just like everything that you're not supposed to do in comics is going to be done. So
there's still stuff that they can't do.
I think because of the title being crossover, that it makes me think it'll be an unauthorized crossover of some kind of Marvel DC thing with everything that he's been writing so far.
That'd be kind of weird. That'd be kind of interesting to see.
Yeah.
How many copies you got of that?
I got a few. That was the first unofficial comics with Bueller variant, so they sent me a bunch of them.
Okay.
So do I need to pick up crossover, or can I do without?
I get it. It's only $4.
Yeah.
And my hat's off to Image for making that a nice thick cover as well and not charging $1.
That's what I like too. I'm like, oh, hey, it's a thicker cover, and they didn't charge extra for it.
Yeah, it's a cardstock cover. Yeah. It's nice, thick, and they didn't charge you more. They're doing the same thing with the Walking Dead book as well. They're thicker cover stock, and it's still $3.99. But I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But I'm more curious about the next one that he's doing with Image is with his wife, with Donnie's wife.
Oh, Megan Hutchins.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm interested to see what's that one about, because I saw it in their crossovers thing. I'm like, ooh, that's interesting to see see her do that.
She's a very interesting person.
Yeah.
And so is he. So the combination of them two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and they got the podcast now too. Them and Ryan Stegman got a podcast. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. They've been doing that for a while. It's all right.
Yeah.
I saw they advertised it in the book.
Yeah. I'm like, I remember watching the live stream with them on it. I'm like, oh yeah. They don't like it. They don't like being in front of the camera though.
I was able to get 2 pictures with him by just asking.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I got one with Stegman because I waited. I remember that's the first time we met. It was Puff. When I met Puff, we were standing in the Stegman line, the Donnie line first, I think, for a while, and then Stegman line. Yeah, then Stegman's late, so I waited almost all day for Stegman. I'm like, dude, I'm not coming back tomorrow, so I'll wait.
Yeah, because I had met Cates and Stegman wasn't there yet. So I just met Kate. I was able to meet Stegman again at MegaCon, so it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out though.
Got them to sign the Venom book.
Yeah, but it's funny as hell because the main reason he signed so messed like why Donnie signed so messed up. Sometimes I asked him one time why doesn't he sign like neat? The main reason he signs shitty is to see if his book goes on if it goes on eBay or whatever, because he'll know, because the main reason he signs all crappy is to see if you tell him, oh, it's for your personal collection, he'll sign a little neater.
Really?
Yeah. If you don't tell him what he'll sign fucking like all over like it's all messy and stuff. You can tell.
Warriors had made a complaint about that. Like, yeah, don't get things signed by Don. He'll sign all over the place.
No, yeah, but the whole reason is you need to tell the, if you have a personal collection. See, that's neat because there's books where he signs and it's it's like, huh.
Yeah.
That's the only one I got left.
And that's the only one you need left.
Pick up my books this week. I'll probably pick them up next week.
Mm.
Well, if my shop held it for me,
Mm.
that'd be cool. But I'm not really
Crossover?
out to get it.
Mm. I think my shop got a couple extra copies. If anything, man, I'll grab you one. It's not that expensive, anyways. I'll grab you one. If you didn't get one in your box, but you never know. You might get the secret variant in your box.
Man, I ain't getting no secret variant now.
No, there is. I'm just saying they might not even know it. They accidentally put it in there because a lot of people didn't know it at first until I think Tom or one of them said something.
They probably know now.
Yeah. So
is there anything else y'all want to talk about? I know I'm looking forward to the meeting with Bueller in December.
Yeah, me too.
Well, we can talk about politics and religion.
Nah,
we're good.
Nah.
No, I'm good, man.
Yep.
I'm starting to get hungry. I think I'm gonna solve that problem with barbecue. What about you guys?
Oh man,
that sounds good.
I'm thinking burritos.
What are you looking at? Is there a cat over there?
Which
Over
way?
here?
Where?
Yeah.
Me? Oh no, it's just outside. All the leaves are coming down, so I catch a movement out on the left side, and so I look over thinking it's something.
That's what's happening to me. There's people working, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's how I keep my blinds closed. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can.
Yeah.
Turn that a little bit, but yeah, I'm just looking out the window there.
Mm.
Awesome display, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I got those racks at a comic shop that was remodeling, and they sold me them for $10 a piece. I was like, hell,
Nice.
I'll take them, man. I just had to pick them up and haul them my way, and I repainted them and tried to clean them up a little bit. And there's 1, 2, 3. There's 5 shelves on each one. They hold 4 books across.
Well, I like how the comic set got set up. The new comic, what was it? The new coffee and comic set got set up. I like the new setup for it.
That was all me on that one, man. That was just me grabbing some power tools and saying, having a vision in my head, and it's like, okay, I'm going to make this monstrosity. Here's the thing about the desk that we have, the big counter, is like 4 inches too tall. So I had to build a platform that you guys don't see behind us that we stand on. So we don't look like really short people. So there's like a 4-inch platform behind it that I made. So
Bueller, you're already really tall, so that thing would have been interesting just to see how shit.
Yeah. And the thing, I made it out on my porch, and then when I went to bring it in the house, it was too big, and I actually had to cut like a foot off the tail end of the back of it, like in the hallway to get it around the corner. And finally got it in here, and then we painted and did the background and everything. But everything, the shelves, the desk, everything, I made all that myself.
No.
So how much extra padding do the other guys have?
Bob's stand is actually about 6 inches tall. So he's a little bit taller than I am as far as for his platform and stuff. But I mean, he's not taller than me in real life.
Probably 0.05% of people are taller than you in real life.
I'm not that tall. Everyone's gonna be disappointed when they meet me in Florida. You're not that tall.
How tall are you, by the way?
I'm only like 6'4", 6'5".
Oh, I hear people telling me like 6'7", 6'8". Someone said 7 foot. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's all. That's the
you taller than me?
You're taller than me.
Hell.
I'm only 5'9", man.
I'll tell you what it was the picture I got with Brian Michael Bendis standing next to me. He's like 4 feet tall. So I look like he looks like a baby. Like next to me. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? So,
you should have held a pacifier in your hand right next to him. Just
I had to crop the picture to make him look taller. It was like really uncomfortable looking.
Oh, okay.
No, man, you shouldn't have cropped it. You should just put it out there full view.
Well, that should be on his Patreon. Hey, if you want to see the original picture, here's the original one, and here's the cropped one.
Yeah, I think one of it's up somewhere. I think the original one's on Facebook, and then the crop one is on Instagram or something like that.
Okay.
And also,
No, but
you and the Portland crew with Bob, Sam, and Sleepy Reader 666. I've been following him, Sleepy Reader, since like when I first jumped on the YouTube comic community. So he's been a guy I've been watching for years. So whenever y'all get together and talk books and stuff like that, it's always awesome to see.
Yeah, I'd like to do more stuff with him, and he was actually supposed to be my guest one time on the coffee video, and then I was like, because Bob couldn't make it, so I immediately called Damien, Sleepy Reader, and he's like, I loved you, but I got stung by a bee or something. He had like some kind of reaction, and his mouth was all swollen up, or something like that. So he couldn't make it. So I kind of went to my another pick, and I put three messages out. I put one out to Sam. I put one out to this girl. Her thing is comics will break your heart because she's in Portland. And I put another one out to my buddy Ryan. And I was like, whoever gets back to me first and who's free is going to be on the coffee show. And Ryan was the first one to get back to me. And so he came on the coffee show for a couple episodes. So. But yeah, I'd like to have Damien on more. He's a pretty good guy. He's one of those, like you said. He's one of the first guys I started. I didn't know he was in Portland for a while. That was the thing. I think for the first 6 months, I didn't know he was in Portland, and somebody just mentioned to me, "Oh, he's in Portland too." And so then we met at a Comic-Con a couple years ago, and he thought my channel wasn't that great. I was like, "Oh, thanks, jerk." we were instant friends. Even at Rio, I loved it.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
No, it was nice to see Bob, you, and your daughter last week. Or was it last week or the week before? I don't remember. I get my
week before. I think week before.
Like I said, I get my damn days mixed up. But sometimes I'll catch it live. Sometimes I'll catch it on the rewind. But it was funny because seeing your daughter ask you, "Oh, the Iron, what number is this?"
Oh yeah,
with the Iron Man.
Yeah, she was in town for about a week, and we just hung out for the week, and it was fun. We always have a good time. So,
hey, Bueller, it was great having you on the show, man. Always a pleasure. If you ever get free time on a Saturday, when you're not doing the show, you're always welcome to hit me up and say, "Hey, I'm willing to be on the show today."
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. This is fun.
He'll pay you later.
He'll pay me later? All right, that sounds good. I work for 50 cents. 50 cents. That's all I need.
50 cents, man. Will, of course, always, man. Always a pleasure to have you on. And Jeff, thanks for coming through.
Shout man, I always got your back.
Ian and Stone Cold for the time they came on. So with that in mind, we're going to end the show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the special episode of Chatting with the Comic Community. Make sure you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe. And I'll see you next week, y'all. Peace.